Hi everybody and welcome to True Wants, where here we try to help you make that decision if it's going to change from a want to a need. If you're new to my channel, I really hope you will choose to subscribe. It's free and it's easy. It's the red button that you see right underneath this video. If you press it and it turns gray, you're in. It's that simple. There's also that bell beside that subscribe button that I always recommend that you press. It's called the notification bell. And what ends up happening is YouTube will notify you just once that I have uploaded a brand new video. I do upload a lot. And sometimes my videos are time sensitive, kind of like today's. So I don't want you to miss out. So make sure to press that subscribe button, ring that bell, and you'll be in the know. Also in that same area, there is that thumbs up, and that's where you guys come in. If you enjoy the content that I make and that I make so much of it, please take a second when you arrive to hit that thumbs up. It will turn blue, the number will increase, and that's you helping True Ones get noticed on this huge YouTube platform. So I'm thanking everyone in advance for that thumbs up. Okay, guys, this is always exciting. This is Boxycharm's Choice Day. They did it earlier, and I shared all that with you guys on not only on my Instagram. So if you're not following me there, my name is True Wants with the number 2, but also here, so that you guys would know that this month they have Choice opening up on November the 1st. So on my channel, if you're not familiar, I get 2 base boxes and 2 premiums with 2 separate accounts. And the reason I did that was when I started my channel, I wanted during the LUXE month, which is what this month is, I would still be able to share with you guys the base box. So that is why the two separate accounts opened up. And then with the premiums, I ended up keeping both on each account simply because they always had a couple of choices in each, and those choices more than paid for the box. So I'm going to be sharing with you the choices in all the boxes, which I'm able to do because I pay for those boxes. And then we're going to go into the add-ons, which I haven't even gone into yet. I just simply went in to make my choices so that we can have everything set up on the computer. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to start with the one that is going to be with the base box. So on this one here, this was the second account that I opened up to have the base during the LUXE months. And this base box was, and always is for me, that they always end up being fantastic, I think, during the LUXE months. So this base box was really, really hard for me to choose. And as I shared with you, I've been waiting for this LYS concealer to become available because we got hints on a live that was at least 4 months ago that the actual owner of LYS said that she was going to have a concealer in a future Boxycharm box. However, I didn't think it was going to be during a LUXE month, and I didn't think it was going to have to be a choice. And the fact that they put it up against the Dominique Cosmetics, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that when we go into the add-ons, it will still be available there for us to be able to not have the FOMO that I'm feeling right now. So what I ended up choosing for my base, as you can see here, was the Dominique Cosmetics Unconditional Palette. I just think that this is going to be a home run for me, and I'm really excited to have the opportunity to get it. So that is what I chose for my base. Then with premium, you get 2 choices. And this is where I choose one for one box and then one for the other. So in this box, I chose the Translucent palette in the Midnight, which is absolutely gorgeous. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that in the Glam X, which we're going to have our choices tomorrow, this isn't going to be one of the palettes that they're choosing in it, because all of a sudden now I'm seeing a lot of Translucent palettes being available to us. I just got one in a shopper that I shared already on my channel. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this isn't going to be another one that might be a mistake, but it is what it is. So this is what I chose for my first premium choice here. And then the second premium choice I chose was from Grown Alchemist. I've enjoyed everything from their brand. I just have not had the opportunity to try their primer. So those were the choices that we had for premium and the base. Now let me go into my one that we have, the LUXE. This I thought was done in a way that I was hoping it wouldn't be broken down this way, but again, it was. The 2 items that I really wanted to choose, because you get to choose 2 LUXE items, were these 2 items that are up on top. So when it came down to it, I already did my research because I share with you the spoilers on my channel so that if there are shades, it gives us the time to go and do our research before Choice Day. And when I went into the face palettes, I initially was going to choose the light one, but when I saw some swatches and things like that, when we were going through the spoilers, I decided to go with the medium one, just simply because the light blush to me looked a little too light. And I figured if the bronzer in the medium might be a little bit too deep, then I'll just have to use a lighter hand or a fluffier brush. So that's why I chose the Costa Rica one, which is the medium tone. But I really wanted to try the Tarte Serum Foundation. But serum foundations for me as an oily skin girl have always been a hit and miss, but I really do enjoy Tarte. So this might be something also that if it is available in the add-ons, it might be something that I will choose to add on. And when I say add-ons, in Boxycharm, they call them the drop shop. And then the second choice items here were these two that we also did some sneak peeks about. And as I mentioned to you, the Youthphoria is so big on Instagram and TikTok right now. And it is really geared to me towards that younger generation. But if you have been in with beauty for as long as I have, that I have enjoyed it and tried a lot of products, this is one that has that formula on the inside that a lot of us have seen in lip products, where it actually changes to the color of your own body pH and your chemistry to choose the color that is going to show. But on me, whenever it's this type of formula, it really becomes a very hot pink. And so for me, I didn't want to put hot pink on my cheeks, so I didn't end up choosing this. But it's also reminding me like of the beauty tints from Benefit and things like that. Those are just not formulas that I personally like for a combo girl, for myself in particular. So I ended up choosing the Beverly Hills Brow Freeze, which right now is their hottest product on their site. It is the one that is most trending as well. But I don't use a lot of brow products, but based on these two choices, that's what I ended up choosing as my second choice. I really wish that the foundation, the serum foundation, was within the second category, but that is the choices we had, so that is what I chose. And because I want to try different products with the premium box, I chose the second item as the Cores. Now this Cores item, by reading and going through the spoilers with you guys, we teach ourselves, myself, and then I share with you what I find. This one I think is more geared towards dry skin girls, where it's really not for me, but I do enjoy the Cores brand and I wanted to choose something different. So if it doesn't work for me, I will try it because I always like to test products so that I can help with the reviews. I do have, people in my life that have drier skin, and then this will just get passed along to them. And then the second one was another one that I really didn't want or need, was this brand. And it is a newer brand to me. It is a liquid bronzer. And they're not giving us the opportunity of shades. And this one, I felt when I was looking it up, was going to be a little bit too deep. So I figured the worst case scenario, this is something, I live in Florida, I can probably put on my legs and things like that. So I wanted to have different products in there so that hopefully the premium box, where there's not a lot of variations, I won't end up with a lot of duplication. So I wanted to choose two completely different products to hopefully, keep my fingers crossed, get a second variation from my first premium box. But the premium boxes for me is something that I think in the near future I might not keep, because the second choices for me have not been home runs for me right now, the last couple, but it's still a really good deal, I think, to be able to get these products and be able to review them for you guys. So that is the items that we had the opportunity to choose of the choice items. So I want to now go to keep shopping so that we can then see what the deals are all about. So let's see where we are. So I like to always share with you how I shop these items, and it's always important to know that the free shipping is over $25 in the US. And I always share with you, which I will do in this video too, that I always shop low to high so that I can reach that $25. Because to me, you will be able to get so many full-size products, at least one or two, for the price of what shipping is going to cost. So, but I like to always see at first what they have is on trending. And from what I'm seeing here, the Half Magic Bundle has really dropped in price. I think last month, and you'll have to share with me, when they initially introduced this, I think it was more in that $60 range. And it looks like it is all the same items. So definitely share with me if you pick that up. If now this is 50% off and it wasn't this low a price because when they introduced it last month and they still have products left over, or if this is a new kit, please share with me, because this is the Half Magic. This is where they were promoting the the beauty guru from the HBO Euphoria, and she's now, this is her brand. They're also showing, and they didn't share with us any of, and they didn't do it last month either, the deals of the day, but they always have different deals every single day. We just don't know what they are. I really, really like doing those sneak peeks, so I was able to budget myself on what was coming up and kind of telling me, wait this day for that day to be able to reach that $25 minimum. But like I said, they didn't share any of that, and this is so early that maybe we'll get our boxes early, but I think there's going to be a lot of sales during this month, including sales outside of the subscription boxes, like in the real world. So I want to make sure that we budget ourselves because the temptation is going to be really tough this month. So the ones that they're showing right now is what they're starting off with, the buy more save, and usually they start off with tools, but they're not showing that right now here. So they're starting off this first sale with these buy more, and this is the buy more save more, and it is a Ciate London. You can also see that it's a lot of lip products. They also have some that are from ColourPop. And also where it says hurry almost gone, because the sale just started, this is something that is either they have low inventory of, it doesn't mean that it's so popular that everyone's grabbing it. So I just want to keep that in mind. But this price is really the price of less than one, and I really enjoy the ColourPop Luxe. And if you don't have access to ColourPop, which I never did before I moved to Florida, and then it was still only available online, and then it was available only in ULTA in certain things, but now they just released that it's also going to be available in Target, which is going to give so much more accessibility to so many people that never had the opportunity to get ColourPop, because ColourPop is really a really fantastic brand, and the quality of their products are great, and they are really in line with drugstore pricing, but it's more the quality of their products are really unbelievable. And then it looks like we have some more duos here, and then it looks like we're getting into just a couple of kits that are going on here. So that's what they're showing is on trend. But what I like to do is I like to go to the makeup section, because that's always my one that I'm most interested, and that I like to share with you guys how I shop it. And then I go up here to sort by, and then I go to lowest price first. And then we're just going to go through this quickly, that if I have the opportunity to try any of these products and they're ones that I would recommend, I want to make sure that you guys don't miss out on those as well. And if there's anything in here that you have tried and it is one that you're absolutely enjoying, make sure to share that in the comments down below as well. Belle en Argent is an absolutely fantastic brand, and their packaging is always over the top. To be able to get something for $2.99 to be able to try their lip glosses, I think is an absolute steal. The Appeal lipsticks, also absolute home runs, absolutely love them as well. The other products I'm not that familiar with on here, but like I said, I'm just going to scroll through so that we can just see if there's anything here that is popping out that I think is something you definitely have to pay attention to. Lorac is another brand that I highly enjoy. Translucent Beauty has really become a home run for me, and I love when the lip scrubs are in these bullet forms, so that is always something nice to keep in mind. Zoeva is another brand that I highly recommend, as well as Real Her. Their lip products are absolutely fantastic. Jecca Black is one that is nice, but it's not one that's over the top. But if you have to reach a certain minimum, this one I would recommend as well for the $4 as well. And then they have from Anastasia Beverly Hills, it looks like they have some really cute false eyelashes. I get really excited because I haven't looked at any of this yet. Dose of Colors is absolutely fantastic, and their lip liners are really good too. Hanalei, another brand that I'm enjoying as well. And Dragon Beauty, the few products that I've had the opportunity to try, I think are absolute home runs as well. Ciate London, their lip oils are great, but I really enjoy the Ciate brand. And then it looks like we have some products here that I'm not that familiar with, and we're seeing now the Ciate Londons in singles as well. Lucky Chic, this is another one that I had the opportunity to get introduced to through the boxes, and I was really impressed with it as well. And this is a nice way to try their brand, which is a newer brand to a lot of us. Nude Sticks is another one that we have had the opportunity not only through this box, but other boxes to get. So if this is a color that speaks to you, I think that's great. And the Beauty for Real is another brand that I'm really enjoying as well. The Dupes is one that is newer to me. The LES Beauty, that we're starting to see it more and more in the boxes, but I was able to pick this up in the $3 section on Ipsy. So here they have that same palette for this quad for the $4. I don't know if they're different in sizes. I would definitely be clicking on the picture to see if they're saying it is a deluxe or the full size, because normally in Boxycharm we only see full size items. Then with Lorac, another one that I would recommend, but Becca, This is such a home run. It's so disappointing that they're not going to be around anymore, but it is one that if you haven't had the opportunity to try, it is absolutely fantastic. Orza, these are the ones that we used to get also in the $3 section, but if this is a full size. The packaging is not home runs, it's really plasticky, but the actual component inside, the actual eyeshadows are absolutely over the top, and this is their full size item of that one. Then we have some more products here that they have some bundles with some nail products. Pink lips I'm not familiar with. Contact Skin I share with you all the time on my channel. It is one of my favorite lipstick finds, but we used to pay $3 in the Ipsy section in the add-ons, and it was always full size. Item Beauty, if you have not tried this lengthening mascara, it is absolutely beautiful, and it is one that I would highly recommend for $5. This Lawless also, absolute steal for $5. This will change your mind on a lip plumpers. I have no stinging or anything with this, but it definitely makes my lips so hydrated and smooths out any lines on the lips. So impressed with this Lawless line, but for $5, an absolute steal. LYS, this is another one for $5 to pick up a bronzer. I think is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to have to click on this and see if this is her matte or if this is the ones that I have almost in every shade already, if it is the powder, because I'm enjoying it so much. Laura Geller, another brand that I highly recommend. Pat McGrath, to be able to get a lip product for $5, an absolute steal as well. So if you've always been anxious to get a Pat McGrath product for $5, this is the way to do it. And then again, we have some brands that we've been seeing in our boxes for a little bit. Model Rock, not that familiar with. Give Them Lala, to me, is a hit and miss. Trestique is also their lip products, and their eyes I think are absolutely fantastic. The only products for me that have been misses in their brand have been their foundations that come in the stick formula. And then it looks like we have some nail polishes here. KVD, this one came in a kit that I got. It is almost like a pinky light color. Then we got Annalay. This is also only one shade, but to me, if you're my skin tone, it is a good shade for you for $5. I think that is a great deal. These Kep Cosmetics are absolutely fantastic. This is a home run. Out of everything in their line, what I've been loving the most are their lip oils, and I have all of them. I have the pink one, the blue one, and these two as well. And to get two of them for $5, you will be really impressed. The dough applicator in it is absolutely fantastic. And here again, some more shades from the Orza. I own every single one. Like I said, I picked them up in that $3 section. Persona Cosmetics, another one, absolute home run for $5. Grab those. Do not let those sit. Then we have here from Rowan, another one. This is a really fantastic brand, and they're showing some more Ciate Londons. And then Basic Beauty, not that familiar with. Naked Cosmetics, I have these in little towers, and I've given these away as well. These are beautiful loose pigments, and you need the littlest amount, but the payoff is absolutely gorgeous. Mayel Beauty, these crayons are absolutely fantastic. If coral is the color for you, then that one I would recommend also. The Give Them Lala, to me, that one was a hit and miss. And then we have from Complex Culture, we have some of their lip glosses also for $5. To me, that is absolutely a no-brainer as well. And then the other deal for the Luxes, we saw two of them for the $5.99. So that's why it's important to look around before you run to shop and then just check out. So then we have here Lorac, another one. This is a blush in a really unique color. And then Sistar is another brand that I'm not familiar with. So if you are, please make sure to share it in the comments down below, as well as Keja. Then from Oslabs, this might be some of their older packaging, because Oslabs moved from being exclusive on Amazon to now they redid their packaging and their designs to be exclusive to Sephora. So that's why we might be seeing some of this in a lot of our boxes. And then Honest Beauty, another one that is a brand that I've had the opportunity to try a few and I'm really enjoying as well. Ace Beauté is also an absolute winner, as well as Ico. And now we're seeing some of those duos that we saw earlier. And then Complex Culture, I have shared with you that everything that I have tried from their brand, I have really enjoyed. This Touch and Soul, I wear sometimes in my videos, and whenever I do, everyone asks me what color is that and what is it. This is this one right here, and it is absolutely beautiful. And really happy that I've had the opportunity to share that and be able to get it at such a great price that I can pass that along to you guys as well, that it is a winner. Violet Voss is another one that I absolutely enjoy. Rena Beauty, this is really beautiful. I have this as well, and for $6, if you haven't tried it, this is when you try it. It is an absolute home run. Then we have here, a few of you have gotten this half caked. The blushes and this powder brush together is $6, which is crazy. So even if you're only interested in the brush, I think this is an absolute steal. This is the one that I would not recommend from Drugstore. For me, it was not a winner, but it might just be, my preference. Then Sophronic Botanicals, this is also a win, but this Yensa lip oil is absolutely fantastic as well. Here's some more from that Rowan line that we talked about. Item Beauty also. Her lip quicks are stunning. My favorite from her is the one that is in the shade that's called Come Through. I do not own this one, but they're absolutely beautiful as well. And then we have nude sticks that we talked about. OPV Beauty is another one that's absolutely stunning. I got it in a banana shade, which for me was a little bit too dark, that was in my box, but it looks like they also have it available in translucent. It is really finely milled and it is absolutely stunning. NCLA, this is their lip balm. I have this also and I'm enjoying. I have not tried these powder hours from Item Beauty, so this might be on my list, and this is only $6 as well, so that is also a fantastic price. Vesca Beauty, another one that is a brand that we got introduced to through their bronzers and other products, and I got some of their lip products as well that I had to purchase because Vesca was not showing up in any of my boxes, but I'm so happy that I did. I really am happy with this brand. Pearly Say is another brand that I highly recommend as well. And if you haven't tried their BBs and CCs, you definitely can get them here at some fantastic deals. Hip Dot. I wasn't getting this Richie Warms palette for the longest time, and then I finally got it and it's sitting in my area to try. But so many of you told me that this was on your wants list because you had the opportunity also to not get it in some of your boxes, and when you did, you're really enjoying it. Sandbar Beauty, this has been around for a little bit. This is the eyeshadow primer. This one, the only trick that I had to learn when I first used it, I didn't love it, and then I took it out again, and I really gave it the time to dry down on my lid, and it really made a huge difference on my eyeshadow application. So definitely, if you're going to get this, make sure to just let it dry down a little bit longer than you would a normal primer, and I think you will have great results with it as well. The Galactic, a lot of us have got this shimmering shadow in a lot of our boxes. Oh, and here's the Come Through that I told you guys about. This one is my favorite. So if you have not tried it and you want to try a color that you know that you've seen on my channel and you're my color complexion, I think this one will be an absolute home run for you as well. LMSQ, we are very lucky to get this high-end brand. Their packaging is stunning and their products inside are just as beautiful. KJ Beauty, this is one that has been around for a little while. It is has a shape of a heart. Then Misho Beauty, a few of you have written to me that this is one that you're enjoying as well in their nail polishes, and I have not had the opportunity to try them yet, but this is a great deal to be able to get 2 polishes and a file, and this is a nail treatment, which are always a little bit more expensive. Beauty Vault, these are absolutely beautiful. This is the lip liner as well as the lip, but it is a liquid lipstick. So these are the types that will dry down your lips a little bit, but they will stay on long. And then Pearly Say BB creams we've already talked about. Uma, another brand that I highly recommend. Kimichi, also a brand that I have been enjoying so much. I'm going to have to check if I got their setting powder or if I kept missing it, but this one looks like it's only available in Suntan, which I think is going to be a little bit too dark for me. And then Persona, like I said, everything that I have tried from their brand I have enjoyed, as well as Thrive Cosmetics. That is another brand that we don't see that often, but when we do, it has always been a good product. Again, these are MAC. When you can grab MAC lipsticks for $6, they are stunning. I really stocked up when Boxycharm started these type of sales with so many MAC lipsticks. I almost have an entire drawer full, where for all my life, I'm lucky if I had 2 or 3 in my arsenal because they were always $22 lipsticks for me. Gerard Cosmetics, another brand that so many people enjoy. This Ofra Cosmetics Pressed Blush is stunning in my tie. It is a really beautiful light peachy shade, and it is one that I'm so happy that I picked up in a previous Boxy sale because it is one that I reach for all summer long, and I've been enjoying it. Huda Beauty also. So happy that Ipsy now owns Boxycharm, that we're starting to see Huda Beauty also in Boxycharm, so that is an absolute win, as well as Mally Beauty is another fantastic brand. One Size, Patrick Starr, every product that he has come out with has been an absolute home run, and his pencil is just as good. So if you haven't tried anything Patrick Starr's brand One Size, this is a nice way to try it. I got introduced to the Mally Beauty through the QVC world like 20 years ago. And what's great about her products here, this was before other people were making these type of shadow sticks. And you're able to use these as good bases for your eyeshadows. And if the shade is a dark one, that will also help keep your darker looks that we're getting into for the winter season to really, really stay on your eyes perfect. So I always recommend these eyeshadow sticks. They're easy, 1, 2, 3, but they also work as a great base as well. I did get the opportunity to try this Mellow Weight mascara. It was one of my choices in a previous box. What got me was the tilt, and the one thing I didn't like about this was the tilt, but you don't have to tilt it. But the actual formula inside is absolutely fantastic. So I would highly recommend this mascara. And you can then play with it on your own to see if the tilt works for you, but it does stick straight up as well. And the formula inside here and the brush on it really, really made a difference in my lashes, and I really enjoyed it. This 4-in-1 Pure Face Palette, I got it in a bunch of shades early on. This has also been in the sales a lot, and it is one that I would recommend as well. And again, Violet Voss, we've already talked about. Ace Beauté, everything that I have tried, I have really enjoyed. This Laura Makeup Labs, this was one of the first palettes. I don't know if it was an Ipsy or Boxycharm that was in my boxes that was really very colorful. And then I got it a few times that a lot of people that have won my giveaways have gotten this palette from me as well. What's really nice about this is not only do you got the eyeshadows, you also get some highlighters in the bottom and a dual-ended brush. It is really, really nice as well. And then you get an opportunity to try some quads, but anytime I see quads and things like that, I don't mind getting them in the smaller size in the Ipsy add-on sales for $3 or $3.50 to be able to see if you like the formulas. But then you can come into these type of sales and get full-size palettes for $7. So I'm really on the fence now with how I'm purchasing, because we're starting to get some amazing, amazing deals in both Ipsy as well as in these drop shops that we can get some full-size palettes for $7, I think is out of this world. And then from Laura Geller, this is her color correcting. And if this is a good shade for you, these are, if you're in a hurry, you take a brush, you swirl it around, you powder your face, and you are out the door. They're absolutely fantastic. They also start as a cream. So if you are more of a dry skin girl, do not worry, because it starts as a cream and it just goes on flawlessly as a powder. And as a combo girl, they work for me as well. Then we have Wonder Beauty, another brand that I highly recommend as well. That is a good product. Their lip oils are good in that as well. Viseart, this bronzer also, if this is a shade that is a good match for you, I own these and I enjoy them. I think they're absolutely fantastic as well. The Ace Beauté, this is really nice also. It's an eye primer. And what you're able to do is choose the right shade to match. This is something that I'm using and I'm enjoying as well. The Too Faced Melted Chocolate Eyeshadow. These I'm on the fence about. Sometimes I find these type of products for me are not absolute wins, because I'm still a combo girl, and sometimes I feel by the end of the day my eyelids still get very oily. But this Beauty for Real eyeshadow palette is an absolute home run. It is one that is even more stunning in person, so I highly recommend that one as well. Rare Beauty, this is her lip balms. They are absolutely fantastic. Artiste Couture, his products, he's also an influencer that has been around for a while, but his packaging and his products are so home runs. When if you like anything that adds more glitz and glam, his products are really, really, really pigmented and beautiful. And then these Zoeva palettes have been around for a while. I was able to finally buy a whole stack of them early on when the boxy drop shops were starting, because I really wasn't familiar with the Zoeva brand, and now I am a person that really likes that brand as well. Our Sally Beauty is another one that I highly recommend. It is absolutely home runs. We always talk about the other ones here. The Anastasia and Dose are also ones that I highly recommend as well. This one here from Luna Magic, I fell in love with their brushes, but I really did not like this eyelash primer. I felt for me it dried too quickly, and I wasn't able to get my mascaras to perform well. So this one was not a home run for me, but the Dominique Cosmetics primer was one also that I picked up because it didn't show up in my boxes, and I'm really happy that I did. Blink Cosmetics, another one that I've gotten early on in my boxes, and it is one that I highly recommend. And when I got some duplicates and some mystery bags, I was able to pass those along to some people here on my channel. Then Girlactic, this is also really fantastic for gift giving. It is stunning. There's actually rose petals in that one as well. Honest Beauty, we talked about the NCLA Beauty. These cuticle oils are great, and the scents that they put in are absolutely out of this world, and the pumpkin spice will not disappoint. Hip Dot, another brand that I also got introduced through the boxes, and I've enjoyed everything. And Uma was the one that I also shared with you that I'm really, really impressed with that brand. Then Tresluce, like I said, the Glamex is going to be a lot of her products, but if you're not getting that and you want to try her formula, this is a nice way to try it. KVD Beauty, also an absolute home run. Ace Beauté, I love all of their eyeshadows, but this one really touched my heart. Did not get it in my boxes. I was waiting for it to show up in the sales, and when it finally did, I grabbed it, and I really couldn't put it down for the whole month that I received it. I could not get enough of it. Then Michaud Beauty, a lot of us got these in the 3 or 350 section. I missed out on those. I'm keeping my fingers crossed they will show back up at Ipsy. And then the Gimme Lala, this was one of the kits that I ended up getting from her, and this is when I said I got a little bit disappointed. Her packaging, I find, is very cheap, but when you're able to get the actual product out of the packaging, it is really a nice formula. Then the other ones I'm not that familiar with, but this Rodial is also one that is really fantastic and beautiful, and also a really, really high end. IBY is a fantastic, fantastic brand. And to be able to get their palettes for $8 is an absolute steal. I own this. I enjoy so much the IBY Beauty, but this Super Bloom is huge and beautiful. And their products, even on their regular site, this gorgeous palette would only be $25. But when we can get it for $8, it's mind-blowing. Flesh, I'm not that familiar with. Artist Couture, again, his products are very pigmented and very hello, I'm here type of products. And Hip Dot, this was another one that I've had the opportunity to give away because I was getting a lot of the Hip Dot palettes, and I really only give away products that I've been enjoying and really have been experimenting with so many that when I get duplicates, I really want to make sure that you guys know about it as well. And this KVD lip gloss is also beyond stunning. Dose of Colors, their concealers are fantastic. This Toy Factory is another brand that I'm just got introduced to, and it is really, we are so lucky at Boxycharm because they have such a strong relationship with Boxycharm. They are from Dew of the Gods, and this is their new sister brand, and they literally are doing soft launches within Boxycharm boxes. So if you had not had the opportunity to try anything from this Toy Factory brand, I also got very lucky. They reached out and they sent over some sneak peeks. So if you haven't seen that, it was fantastic. I will try to link that in the description box down below so that you guys will be able to watch that video. It is a long one, but I went through each one of the products that are these newer launches that are going to be in Dew of the Gods, as well as Toy Factory, and we are in for an absolute treat. Then Iconic London, these are also ones that have been in our boxes for a while. We have some blushes here, Natasha Denona. The only thing with this is that you have to make sure that you work in sections. I find her formula dries a little bit quick, so you just have to make sure that if you're the type that normally dots it all over your face, I suggest you do it in sections. This is another one that was not a win for me. This one is from Kosas. Their tinted face oils. If this is a shade that works for you, that is great. But if you are a combo girl, I would be cautious. I tried this so many different ways because it ended up in my boxes, and it just for me was too slippery and too oily for my skin tone. Then we Then we have Arthur Beauty. This one I have not seen before, but we did get some really beautiful big palettes from them, and I was impressed with this. The Complex Culture was one of my choice items, and I'm really enjoying it as well, and always love seeing MAC products in our boxes at the prices that we're able to get them. Kinship is another one that I got introduced to through the boxes, and I highly recommend these jelly masks. Keys Soul Care, also in a different box that I purchased for my channel. I was able to get a full box full of the products, and then I was able to also get through another box, I'm pretty sure it was an Ipsy, where we got to try some of the colors, and I think a Trend Mood box also in one of the boxes I purchased for the channel had some more products from Keys. Really impressed with this brand. Viseart, also this product, an absolute home run as well. Then we have Anastasia Lee Beverly Hills, which we've talked about, Ciate London. To get these huge palettes for $9, especially during gift giving time, it will blow anybody away. Nabla, another brand that I'm really enjoying as well. And Complex Culture, if you have not tried their eyeshadow palettes, you are paying drugstore prices for a truly high-end brand. And this is also one that I would introduce to others during gift giving time because the packaging is just as beautiful as the products are inside. Blink Cosmetics, this is also one that is a tubing mascara and one that I enjoyed as well. And this Violet Voss is stunning as well. Also for $9, I think is a great price as well. Not that familiar with Mela, but NARS. To be able to get an iconic lipstick of NARS for $9, absolute home run. Would definitely add that to my box. Then we have from Yensa. This is also one that I've had the opportunity to try a few of their products, and each one has been absolutely fantastic. But this Natasha Denona concealer, same thing as their foundation, work in sections. Too Faced. This one, Born This Way, if there is a shade here that is a match for you, absolute home run. These are number one on their website. Could not believe we got these in our boxes. I was able to stock up on in the box, in the add-on sales, and then the month after. I couldn't get enough to stock myself up with this. It is absolutely fantastic if you like full coverage concealers. LYS Beauty, another one that I have and I'm enjoying as well. And then Beauty Bakery. This is a brand that their packaging is also so nice to be able to play with. Then from Ofra Cosmetics, this is also a no-brainer. This every day of the week is on their sites for $39. And even when they do collaborations with other influencers, they stick with this palette and then they just choose which colors they want. And a lot of them are the colors that we've been getting in our palettes here through Boxycharm. So if you can pick it up for $9, you will know what it's all about, including this highlighter is the one that has all these different shades in it. So you will be able to know which is the right fit for you, or you can simply mix them all together. Too Faced Damn Girl, this is the only one that for me, for my small eyes, I found the brush to be really too big. So for me, this was one that I would not recommend if you have smaller eyes, but I do enjoy the Too Faced brand and their products. Smashbox, I have so many of these cover shots. Way before I was getting boxes, this was my go-to palettes that I would take with me traveling all the time. They are fantastic formula. About Face, some of us got really lucky when we got one of our Glamexes. She was one of the collaborators and got introduced to her brand, and I was really impressed with the product and the packaging as well. Item Beauty, this is another one that we saw some sneak peeks about, and this is one that I'm really also enjoying so much, and it is one that I think I own. I'm just going to have to check once I stop filming. That's why I keep notes for myself on the products that I do get, because a lot I give away, but a lot that I have to make sure that I've had the opportunity to play with and try, then those are the ones that I don't want to just buy a duplicate item. Then we have here from Uma, again, this Tenace is another one that I got in one of my boxes. Really impressed with this as well. It is the Eyes and a Face palette. So if you haven't tried it, this is a nice way to learn about this brand. And for $10 to get an eyeshadows, a blush, as well as a highlighter. These are absolutely fantastic to always keep in your purse. And especially if you go away for the weekend, it is great. Fenty Beauty, another one that we're so lucky to get in our boxes. And OPV Beauty, I have this in a few shades, and it is one that I would also highly recommend. Violet Voss, again, all of their eyeshadow palettes have been home runs for me. By Terry, it is crazy that we even have access to this brand, let alone their products in our boxes for $10. This is such a high-end brand, and it is one that I never thought we would see in our boxes, and we do. If you missed out on the Tarte box where this was a choice item, this a few girls have gotten. I did not get this, so I can't give you much information on it, but I did get the iconic London, the Dust to Dance, and then I even did a video showing the ones that were the Sunrise to Sunset, where I was able to swatch all those and show you the difference between the two palettes. So if you missed out on that, you simply go to my video section and you type in the brand or what you're looking for, and it will pop up for you there. Then again, we have Cella and Trustique, we already talked about. Anastasia, we talked about. Grown Alchemist. So if you didn't choose it as your choice item, this is a $42 product that you could pick up here for $10. Last month, this Wonder Beauty was the eyeshadow duo. This is also one that one side is cream and then they have a powder on top. Really impressed with that as well. One of my first purchases, first of all, Tarte, absolutely everything that I love Tarte. Then Marc Jacobs, this was one of the first items that I purchased for myself when the Dropsy box shops were starting. I couldn't believe we were able to get Marc Jacobs. The only thing with this one, you need smaller brushes to get into when it's set up like this in a trio, but it is absolutely beautiful, and the packaging on it is just stunning, and the mirror inside is as huge as the palette. Then we have the Arthur Beauty, which we talked about. We saw it earlier in the quad, and I said usually we see the full size. That is what the full size palette is here. Complex Culture, I have almost every one of these combinations. They are stunning. Then we have from Hanalei, we talked about Complex Culture, we talked about Benefits. This California Kissing Color Bomb is stunning and very pigmented, but so hydrating on the lips. It is stunning. I was very lucky to get it in one of my boxes, and I'm really enjoying it. The St. Luxe Beauty Spray, also one that I just received. I just used it once, but the spritz on it was nice, and my makeup stayed beautiful all day, so I was impressed with that as well. Then Tarte, again, we had the opportunity, if you didn't get it last month, you'll be able to pick up some of their products in here that were in the boxes last month, and 2 of them are on this page. But the one in the middle from Dew of the Gods, if you have not tried this primer, they had this in our boxes, in our premium boxes the previous month, and it is gorgeous. And the scent on it is like juicy fruit. And it is a lotiony type of product that I'm really, really enjoying. And when I got that other package, they had one very similar, but the packaging is nicer in the Dew of the Gods, the one that was in Toy Factory. But I am so impressed with the products from Dew of the Gods. And then I was so happy when they reached out. But like you know me, I've been enjoying the brand way before the brands reach out. Then M Cosmetics, everyone talks so highly about this brand, but I have not tried a lot from it. But Wonder Beauty I have, and I've really been enjoying. PYT, I'm using their bronzer right now that I'm really enjoying, but the packaging looks very similar to this, and it is really, really hard to open. So if you have difficulty, I don't have any dexterity issues, and I find it hard. I have to use a tweezers to pop the plastic open. There's something about the packaging, but once you get it open, the product inside, I think you will be really impressed with. And Rare Beauty is another one that this was one I put in my takeaway kit. I ended up picking it up in one of the sales. I thought it was a great idea. It has the powder that's actually in the puff. So it's an easy thing to, if you're a combo girl like me, to use it to blot down during the day. Fenty Beauty, Tarte we already talked about, and then Pure, this is one more color. That is another one that I own. So you can get it in the shades that are earlier, which we saw in the Fair Light, but you can also get it in the medium tan, and I'm able to use both. And for that price, I think it's an absolute steal that you can actually try both. Natasha Denona, this is our all over face body and shimmer powder. Can you believe for $12 is crazy. The Alley Oops, if you didn't get it in a lot of your boxes or a lot of the sales, it is a fantastic product. It's just a lot of us have gotten it in a lot of our boxes already, but it is 2 creams. It's 3 cream products. It's a bronzer, a blush, as well as the highlighter. I find the blush and the bronzer to be beautiful. The highlighter is just not enough pigment in it for me, and I don't really love a lot of pigment in my highlighters, but it was even a little too little for me. Then we have from Ciate London the AHA primer, this Big Bang mascara from Arthur Beauty, and Thrive Cosmetics. And then the Ciate London, Miss Piggy, has been around for a while as well. Seraphine Botanicals is a nice brand. A lot of boxes you'll be able to see that in, but this KVD Beauty, if you have not tried this Locket foundation, it is a steal at $12. This is one of their #1 selling products, and the packaging on it is just as beautiful as well. God, there's a lot in here to share with you guys. Then we have Bare Minerals, also another one that I highly recommend, the Tinted Moisturizer. If you want to know my shade, it is in Natural, and it is one that I've been using for many years before the boxes, but it is one that I highly recommend as well. This Ciate London is one that a few of us got in our boxes last month, and it is stunning. It is a spice palette, and it is one that I also took out from my stash. They're cranberry, and I gave you the differences between both. So if you're not following me, I really hope that you subscribe, because I do my best that if we have things that are similar, I do a lot of swatching on here to be able to show you guys the differences, because the reason I did this channel was I have a lot of information. I've been loving beauty products for a long time, and when we can get products in these type of deals, you still want to know what the colors look like and things like that, and I do my best to swatch as much as possible so that it can help make our decisions a little bit easier. Cover FX, their primer is also an absolute winner too. Ciate London, it looks like we have some Buy More Save Mores. This Patrick Ta Beauty, this mascara for me is not a winner. I tried it a couple of times. I have it. I got it in one of my boxes. I do enjoy his brand, and a lot of his products from his brand have phenomenal reviews. But for me, I'm a mascara girl, and this one for me somehow wasn't a winner. I found it too wet, but I'm going to let it get a little bit older, and then I'm going to try it again, because sometimes when you let mascara get a little bit older, when it is a wet mascara, it ends up being a winner along the way. Then we have from NARS, also everything from NARS to me is an absolute home run. And Cella, this is their full size for $14, which is an absolute steal as well. Tarte Shape Tape, their Glow Wand, if you're not familiar with this product, it is not a concealer, it is a brightener. So what you do is you put your concealer on first, and then if you want to brighten it up in those areas, that is what you use the Glow Wand for. Then it looks like we have a kit here from Boxycharm Lorac. This is one of their newer palettes. Got this also, so if you like those deep brown tones, this one is an absolute home run. It is one is called Meraki, and it is for $14, and it's normally a $45 palette. And if you have not tried Lorac's palettes, they're absolute home runs as well. Then it looks like we have some more Natasha Denona. This Ren Skincare is another brand. If you love skincare, it is one that I've been enjoying as well. And I don't think I've tried their primer yet. So this will have to be something that I will look into once I stop filming. Fenty Beauty, her diamond all overs are really, really glittery. So you just have to be really, really careful on the ones that you choose. And I found the one that I got was also like called the Diamond Bond. And I found it to be a little bit too glittery for me as well. But the loose setting powder that is there is in a shade that if that shade matches you from Anastasia is an absolute win. This is also a fantastic palette. If you have not tried this brand, it is absolutely fantastic. It's called Kanya Ontiveros, and it is stunning. I have this and really enjoy it. And when I travel or go anywhere, this is definitely going to be going with me. Beauty for Certain. This is another brand that I'm also really enjoying. And then here we have a kit that they just have Boxycharm, but I can see by this one, this is the IBY Fireside, and it is a stunning, stunning palette as well. So you're getting a palette and then a pencil from another brand. And if you want to know more, you click on the picture and it will give you more information. Iconic London, these bronzer powders are huge and also beautiful. This Violet Voss Olive, also time of the year, it is perfect timing. If you did not get this, it is one that I would recommend. Fenty Beauty, their long wear foundations, their Pro Filter. This one is in hydrating. My favorite foundation from their brand is the Pro Matte. And then let's just see if there's anything here. The Viseart we already talked about, and then we're into some kits here. Lorac, a few of you said you missed out on getting this in your boxes, the Illuminating 3-in-1 Primer. It looks like you'll be able to pick it up here in the sale for $19. And then this is another palette, this brand called Carmela. I really am enjoying their lipsticks from this brand. About Face we talked about. And then we have some face bundles here from Boxycharm. And then, oh wow, there's Charlotte Tilbury. If this is a shade that matches you, this is fantastic. You're getting it pretty much for 50% off. And that's a nice way to try a foundation that is a staple. And then it looks like we have some kits here, and then we're already starting to see items sell out. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I will definitely be going into all the sections because then we can do skincare, hair, bath and body, tools, accessories, home and wellness. They have also ready to wear. They also have previous boxes. So if you missed out on some, I know that I watched a couple of girls do some opening up of their deals that they got in the previous months. And some of them were even takeover boxes that were Anastasia Beverly Hills. So definitely check that section out too, so that if you've missed out or weren't buying the boxes at that time, or you missed out on that box, you might be able to pick up some fantastic deals, and you will see what's inside of every one of those boxes. These videos are always very long, but I always want to take the time to share with you my knowledge, and that's what I try to do here. This channel is all about the brands, all about the products, and of course the deals. Take care, everybody. Don't forget to share in the comments, and I will see you all soon in the next one. Bye for now.